I'll start with the story of a couple, Tina and Tony. They had a love marriage after 3 years of dating. They were kind of couple which made other couples jealous looking at them. Like, look how helpful he is to her. Yeah, right. If you ask for help as nicely as she does, I would also help you. The marriage was really good initially, but then after 4 years of marriage, things started to decline. There were many stressors like career, kids, managing household, etc. They both also slowly realized that they were actually very different people. They gradually stopped doing things together like they did before, and because of constant conflicts, more and more resentment built up in them. They just kept growing apart. Tony became increasingly aloof. Tina became increasingly irritable with time. Ultimately, they reached a point where they just stopped talking to each other than just exchanging information. What happened? When you ask them, Tony says, she gave all her attention to children and this house, doesn't even talk to me. I was never a priority. Tina says he only cares about his work, doesn't contribute anything to parenting and our household. Tony says, she's constantly criticizing me for every small thing. I feel attacked around her. Tina says he's not interested in what I want at all. He just likes to watch TV and meet his friends. When a relationship deteriorates, there are many factors. Today I'll talk about a unique concept which you don't really hear about regularly. The concept is bare minimum relationship effort. In order for a relationship to sustain even at a neutral level, it requires some bare minimum effort. If you don't do that, things can gradually fall apart. In that sense, you should think of a relationship also like a job. There is a bare minimum that you must do if you want to keep it. That bare minimum could be like a sales target, a weekly data entry, some minimum customer satisfaction rating, making sure you do at least enough work that others' work is not hampered because of you. The bare minimum is different for each job, but if you don't do it, you'll lose the job. The same way with a relationship. There always are certain bare minimum things which must be done no matter what. These will vary a little bit from relationship to relationship, but here are some important common themes. First, talk. You have to talk to your partner with full attention for about 2 to 4 hours per week. Something like 20 to 30 minutes per day on average. No matter how busy you are, you both should at least be aware of what's happening in other person's life. That's the bare minimum. If you can't manage this much, you're pretty much living with a stranger. Second, contribution. You have to do enough work individually that you can pull your own weight in the joint living. You don't become a complete burden. A household requires so many things like earning money, investing money, taking care of kids or grandparents, doing laundry and dishes, house cleaning, getting groceries, fixing appliances, managing birthday parties, staying in touch with relatives and friends, shopping, planning dates, research and booking for travel, and the list goes on. Pick something, do something. If you were living completely alone, you would have to do some stuff, right? So do something here too, because if you don't, you might really end up alone. Ideal scenario is that you should do things for the other person. You make their life easier out of love. But if that's not possible, the bare minimum would be that at least don't take away something from them. Don't become a burden. Third, appreciation. You have to show your partner some appreciation for something. It can't be just 14 negative statements and 0 positive statements per week. Something nice, loving, respectful, appreciative has to come out of your mouth. And of course, sincerely. You need to fix your mindset for this. You have to really focus on the good things about your partner which you don't see or don't acknowledge. So start with 2 to 3 positive statements per week and keep adding more. This is bare minimum. Fourth, interest in partner's interest. You have to show some interest in things that are of highest importance to them. Pick any 1 or 2 or 3 if you are feeling adventurous. It can't be 0. For example, if your wife really loves festivals and you don't really care about them at all, then start caring a little bit. Just enough that you don't take away from her experience. When guests show up, don't turn on your TV and cause nuisance. Instead, go take a shower, go sit with the people for a while, and smile your way through the event, even if it looks like you're paid to do it. You don't have to push yourself like this for everything your partner asks, only for the most important ones to them. So here's how you can begin. Go ask your partner, what are the things that you always wanted to do with me? Please write 10 things. Then ask your partner to prioritize, which are the most important for you. Then you pick the top 1, 2 or 3 items and do something about them. The overall idea with all of those points is that you need to do some maintenance tasks, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter if you enjoy them or not. It's not about you. You do them because they are necessary. You do them because you have to avoid future hell. Even if it feels fake, do it. And this goes for other areas of your life. I already gave the example of a job. You can apply the same rule for your health also. You have to do some bare minimum, like walking a few steps, eating some veggies instead of just burgers and fries all day, getting decent sleep, etc. If you don't, you're gonna suffer. Disclaimer, despite your new bare minimum efforts, your partner might still be dissatisfied with you. Very likely. Because, well, your efforts are still just bare minimum. You can't expect your partner to give you an Oscar for that level of acting. But still, doing it 30% is much better than doing 0. Don't give arguments like, oh, she'll never be happy, so no point doing anything. Don't fall into that 100-0 trap. Keep doing the bare minimum. It's your job. Their dissatisfaction will be much lower if you do something rather than nothing, and this reduction in dissatisfaction matters. It's crucial. It's like they said, after getting vaccinated, you may still get COVID and some sickness, but your risk of death is much lower. So, most of us got the vaccine. These bare minimum efforts are like your relationship vaccine. That's it. And if you feel life has been unfair to you, if you feel unlucky, then you can watch this video. Link is also in the description. Shridhar LifeSchool is a team of psychologists who specialize in counseling. To book sessions, go to our website shridharlifeschool.com.